Primary? Okay. Revival Junior School. Those are the ones in yellow. Okay, and what classes are they? P1, P2, P3, P4? Okay, so P1 to P6 are in yellow. What about blue? Sorry? O level. And orange? A level. And white, what class? The choir, what class are you? Sorry? 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 White, what class are you? Mixed which classes? Senior 1 to Senior 6. Okay. So we have a mixed audience from P1 to S6. So the message I would give to P1 is different from the message I would give to P6, different from the message I should give to S4 or S2. So it is good that I first got to know who the classes, the different people in the audience are. So P1 to P4, what would you like me to talk to you about? Where is the class prefect? Revival Junior School. Sorry? Who is the class prefect? So, Miss Claire, as you can see, the message I would give to P1 wouldn't be the same message for S6. Okay, so what I had prepared to speak about would mostly apply to teenagers. Teenagers, by show of hands, put up your hands. Okay? So the rest are not teenagers. And I do not want to speak to them something that is not going to be applicable to them. Therefore, I'm going to have to change my topic. On another day, Miss Claire, you invite me back and I'll speak to the teenagers separate. But now that we have the young ones, we're going to have to modify what to talk about. Is that okay? Sorry? It is well. Okay. I understand the young ones had come for a conference. What is the conference about? It's a Scripture Union conference. Okay. So, now that I have to change my topic, next time I will come back and I'll speak to the teenagers without the young ones in the room. Okay? Is that okay? Yes. So what can we talk about today? What would you like me to tell you about? Sorry? By show of hands, do we have class prefects in the room? Choir? Anybody wants to speak? Please put up your hands. Nobody wants to speak. Yes? Please come to the front and speak. If you want to speak, if you have a topic of interest, please come to the front. Anybody, any volunteer, come.
Me, I want you to speak about your life journey to succeed.
Okay, my life journey. Okay. Come. Anybody else? You can give her the microphone. Anybody else?
It's the same thing.
The same thing.
We'd like to know how you achieved in your life.
You'd like to know how I achieved. Okay. Anybody else? Please give him the microphone.
Thank you. Maybe you talk about balancing studies and serving God at the same time.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to talk about balancing studies and serving God. And I will also talk about my life story as has been requested of me. Maybe I'll start with my life story. Okay, so once upon a time, I was born in a small village in eastern Uganda. Okay? I was born in eastern Uganda. How many of you have been to eastern Uganda? Only Miss Claire. Oh, only 2 people have been to eastern Uganda. What district is this? Miss Claire, what? This is Mbarara district. How many of you have been out of Mbarara district? How many have traveled out of Mbarara district? Okay. How many have traveled up to Kampala? Okay, good. How many have traveled up to Jinja? How many have seen the Jinja Dam? Okay, so where I was born, you cross the Jinja Dam and you go to the eastern part of Uganda, okay? In a district called Butebo district, in a village called Kabwangasi village. That's where I come from, okay? And I went to school when I became 6 years old. My parents took me to a boarding school. You're all in boarding school, aren't you? Yes, so I was like you. I went to a boarding school. I went to Namagunga Primary, St. Teresa's Namagunga Primary Boarding School when I was 6 years old. Who is 6 years old in the room here? Anybody 6 years old? Please stand up. Yes, that's how small I was. When I went to boarding school in St. Teresa's Namagunga Primary School, a school in Lugazi district. Okay, those of you who have crossed Kampala and Jinja, you have gone through Lugazi district. It's a district Lugazi is after Mukono. So from Kampala, you go to Mukono and then Lugazi. That's where I went to school. And I went through primary school from P1 to P7. And then after, I went to Mount St. Mary's Namagunga, which is in the same place. You just cross the road. It's the same school, basically, where I did my senior 1 to senior 6. Okay? So I was in Namagunga from P1 to S6. Boarding school taught me a lot. Sometimes people think boarding school is not good. It has advantages and disadvantages, okay? It teaches you to be self-reliant, okay? Boarding school teaches you to care for yourself, teaches you to become responsible about your belongings, teaches you to know how to be in the right place at the right time on your own without your mommy or daddy telling you, directing you what to do, not so. Teaches you to look after your belongings, and it teaches you to live in a community of people. And it helps you to make very many friends, okay? I made very many friends while I was in school, okay? Even day school can help you make many friends, but because boarding school, you're living together all the time, you tend to develop very many friendships. So that's why I went to school. And how many of you have heard of Namagunga? Okay, some people in the room. How many of you are aspiring to go there for after S4 or for S1? For S1 or S5? Sorry? 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 S what? S5. How many want to go there for S5? Put up your hands. Nobody. Okay. All right. So you have to work very, very hard to go to Namagunga because their entry points are very, very high, but you can make it. Okay? If you're determined, you can make it. Okay? So one thing that I learned in life is that if you're determined to get something, you can get it. Okay? Where there is a will, there is a way. You only have to be focused and determined and to work hard. Okay? I'm sure you have very good teachers here who can guide you on your journey. Okay? But the first thing starts with you to be focused and to work hard to know where you want to go. Okay? Now, how did I become a medical doctor? When you're young, you go to clinics and hospitals, don't you? How many of you have been to a hospital? Okay? And you see the doctors and nurses in the hospital. And you sometimes tell yourself, I want to be like them when I grow up. Okay? Not so? Yeah, so as you go about your work, your school, when you're moving out there outside school, look at different people doing different work. Here in school, you see the teachers. When you get out of school, different offices you might visit, get exposed and see the kind of work that people do. Out of that, you'll pick something of interest. Where are the people from S6? Who is in S6 here? Okay. Have you already thought about what you want to do? S6. Stand up. Those in S6. The people in S6. Have you already thought about what you want to do? When you finish the school here at Revival Girls School, what do you want to become?
A doctor.
You want to be a doctor?
I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor. Why do you want to be a doctor?
I care much about the life of the people. I would like to save them.
I want to become a politician.
You want to become
A politician.
a politician. Why?
Because I want to fight corruption in Uganda.
You want to fight corruption in Uganda. Okay. Pass the mic around. Okay, so we've had one wants to be a doctor, the other wants to be a politician. Yes?
Be a doctor
A doctor. Why?
to save. Lives.
To save lives. Okay?
I want to be accountant
Accountant. Why?
because I want to
Sorry?
count books.
Sorry?
I want to count books.
You want to do what?
Count books in the bank.
Sorry?
I want to be a lawyer
You want to be a lawyer. Why?
because I want to fight for human rights.
Sorry?
I want to fight for human rights.
You want to fight for human rights?
Yeah.
Okay.
To eliminate injustices.
To eliminate injustice. Okay.
Making inkangira ntibisha abantu abo kujwara degree bo tubantu nkabandi mukadayaje ati sente kanora akazitariho hazandi umuntu washomisibwe mawe no yabira contributing akasente kinji enewe no yatushomise mwene ntagire kuzahanga hari kuko yaje ati nye sente za university tinkugera she tinkuzibasa no kushoma level tukabanza twasikasikana jata ati je no funeka akoso kashome ogumizemo je tukonkanyo kari nyenda kujwara degree jati sente kazitariho mwene kuzomo level nabwo nkagera nti nizaguma nyegure bitabo nyegure myenda na buri kimwe cyona iwe kikura at least oshashure school fees mwe namukwateraho kunahereze senior 6 yaje ati nyo university yo kushanga no shashura omwana umushashura nanka ne tuition umushashura ha kurara ugaruka umugoremera ati nyebyo tinkugera shi tinkujya kubasa jatukonka kugira ngo utazo muherevu wayanga ajanta apana ntacabire cyo in fact ngakira kare kare umukasheshe icyo bugige kitwabe tuyineho mukeke beryegare natembe gare kurga mitoma kilometers ka 10 kurga mitoma kwikaho muri mbara kagitandika shanki 11 necweka 11 ni tani in fact abo kwankani nti necuro kake hayo najanta kansi mbure ndigeyo zo muri mbara navuge gare nkijana hikaha shamwenda gwihango muri mbara nazaho mu kijungu akatareke bitoke nashira in fact nkafuna muganda wanje wa Shwento no yanyakira jate kirungi wijana capital takumanya capital namanyise hakumbe na jato wijane garo inaho kugera shi aho kutandikira yanyanjura wa chairperson wa Katare ako mu kijungu omami Wilson nangwa ni musima munonga no yanyashiraho yagira tati juru kutandike gukora abantu bakaba bashashura banenkumisha tuze bikwije ukanyoti nashashwe kamyantu nyoti nzi nabakande bari kasigaze ndikato nyizire kweyiya kandi yankiriza nazo mu system natandika nayo kora makara nayo kore nayo kora bitoche buri kimwe cyona tare kintu arakoze wabyetorora muri in fact arono mushawuna arisizeho empunu umushaba kweta Victor kuri opposite in Echibera wanoza nankeje hasi yamayanja
babigwa mukuba Yesu yankuma. I'm like Mordecai, I got favor in the eyes of my king. When Haman rises up, my king is going to silence him. Every disease is silenced, every power is silenced, every disease is silenced. Eleanors and the Kiria, Ebianga, you're not Kiria. Sanchez on the Kiria, Auntie Yesun's a young Kuma. I'm built on the rock, nothing can move me when in our mind. Even the gates of hell cannot prevail when in our mind. When in our mind, if you give me the Saturday, I'll be the killing you. When in our mind. Yes, my lemons, I feel so great. Not your lemons, sing for your lemon summer. Yes, my lemons, I feel so great. Not your lemons, sing your lemon summer. Name what this chacha, Tambulanga si chacha, Nancy when you sing.
Get rid of fear. Nobody is going to beat you up. Do they beat you here at school? Are you beaten? Miss Claire, do you beat them? Yes? Rarely. Okay, so they beat you sometimes when you do wrong things? Okay, but what I'm trying to say is you have to develop confidence, okay? One thing that keeps you going is confidence. If tomorrow you leave this place, you're in P4, and you want to go to another school, and they take you through and you're looking down, they will not give you that admission, will they? They will not give it to you, okay? I want to thank the two ladies who came One came from here. Where are they? Please stand up. And one came from here. When I said, please give me topics to talk about, they came up, stand up for recognition. The two ladies. Yes, those. Can you clap for them? And I said, speak out loud, and they couldn't. Yet they're the senior people at school. I want to encourage you. Develop what? What? And they even challenge the teachers, don't they? Miss Claire, do your students ever challenge you here? Some. When they come to class, they have already read up. They know more about the topic. They have come to class to only confirm what they have read.